Hi guys, I'm going to be going through why is a cube number a cube number. So very similar to square numbers, cube numbers involve multiplying a number by itself a number of different times. Okay, so the easiest way to think of it is, well, why are cube numbers called cube numbers? Well, they're called cube numbers because they relate to cubes. Okay, and these are all cubes. These are larger cubes, or in this case, one small cube that is the large cube. The other large cubes are made up of smaller cubes as well. Now, I'm going to go through this very fast, so please listen carefully. With a cube, in order to find out its volume, what you normally do is you times its length by the height by the width, like that. Okay, so this would be one long, one deep, and one wide. So you would actually, that tells you that this is actually one. Whenever you do that, that would just be one. There's one small cube. Okay, now, and that is the cube number of one. Now, this cube number, which is 8, okay, if we look here, this has 2 length, or 2 wide, if you want, 2 long, and then it's 2 deep. Okay, so it's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you do the same, 5, 6, 7, 8 cubes that make it up, okay? So the larger cube is made up of 8 small cubes, okay? And this is the cube number here. Likewise, for this cube, which is 1, 2, 3 long, 1, 2, 3 wide, and 1, 2, 3 deep, okay? This is made up of a total of 27 smaller cubes. Okay, so if you were to split this into the smaller cubes, you would find 27 of them, which make up the larger cube number of 27. Now, okay, well, what does that have to do with cube numbers in terms of us and how to work it out? Well, let's have a quick look at the next slide. Right, the next slide shows me as follows. What we have is this shows the breakdown. So I've already explained before that it's actually one wide, okay, there, by one long, by one deep. And you multiply these together. So the one appears 3 times. Can you see that? Okay, it's 3 times it appears. And we always multiply those ones together. Likewise here, 2 wide, 2 long, 2 deep. Okay, and again, that means we have 3 2s, because 2, 2, 2. We multiply them all together. And again, likewise here, 3 wide, 3 long, 3 deep. And again, multiply them together because there's 3 threes, 3, 3, 3. And we get our cube numbers 8, 1, and 27. Because 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Now, what does this look like? Because in maths, we like to make things easier for ourselves by using symbols. Well, we know that this was 1 squared, and that meant that the 1 appears twice, yeah? So we have 2 1s, and we just multiply them together because we've got a little 2 there. Well, it's exactly the same for cube numbers. All we do this time, though, is we simply have to write 3 of them, like so. So 1, and then if we see the little 3 at the top there, that means we must have 3 1s. So we write the 3 1s in, and we just multiply them together. That's all we do. Very simple. And that gives us 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Again, for 2, 2 would be 2 with a little 3 there, 2 cubed. So 3 times we know the 2 is going to appear. 2 times 2 times 2. And again, if we work that out, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and there you are. Now, this works for every single, we call it indices. Yeah, these are called indices, the power or power here. And if it was a 4, guess how many times we would, or how many ones we would expect to appear? 4 ones, of course. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. And again, if it was 5, you'd have 5 ones and multiply them all together. So this is very straightforward. These are cube numbers. Just to show you very quickly the final slide so you can see what it looks like. That's what it should look like. Okay, 3 cubed is the same as 3 times 2 times 3, or 27. Now, these are the cube numbers. Okay, so cube numbers are the actual values at the end after you've multiplied all of the 2s or all of the 1s or all of the 3s together. Okay, thank you.